With the recent changes to Osap, students are reevaluating their financial situations for the September 2017 semester. Maggie Sruji, a Humber student enrolled in the criminal justice program, is currently receiving the maximum amount of Osap, which is just a little over $15,000.
Still, it is not enough for what we have to do here at school. We're paying for education. I'm living on my own and have no support from anybody else. So I'm trying to balance 2 jobs and school because of what OSAP can't really fund for me. I'm having a lot of stress issues because of having to work so much and try and balance school as well while trying to finish my degree. I actually got diagnosed with a hernia last year, and it's still currently affecting me, and it was all due because of stress. So because of not receiving that amount of money, my stress levels are through the roof, and it's affecting me physically, so that's when you know it's bad.
Sruji's mother works 3 jobs to support her family and is currently on welfare.
I get no support from my family. My mom's a single mom. I currently have a brother going to make master as well. So obviously she can't, if she's gonna help one, she has to help the other, and she literally can't even help one of us. And there's weeks where I'm working 40 hours a week and there's still not $1 in my pocket after I pay rent at the end of the month. And sometimes that's even a struggle. On top of medication and just living, I need food and groceries, right? So it's always a struggle. I have a court case due tomorrow that's worth 35% of my grade, and I'm still till now working on the paper because I've only been able to work on it for 15 minutes a day since I got the project, instead of having an hour a day kind of thing where I could get it done faster.
As part of the changes to OSAP, graduates will not have to begin repaying their loans until they are making at least $25,000.
Because up to right now, I owe OSAP about $45,000. Now that if I don't get a job right away, I don't have to stress about it. But I think when I do get a job and I have the other payments, hopefully house and a family, that extra money will be taken from something more important. But at the end of the day, I'm getting the degree because of OSAP, so I owe it to them. So.
We reached out to the Ministry of Advanced Education and Skills Development and received this response in an email. Ontario has one of the highest rates of post-secondary education anywhere, but this rate is much lower among students from lower income families. That's not right. People should get into college or university based on their ability and potential, not on how much money their parents make. That is why we have made the biggest changes to OSAP ever to make post-secondary education more affordable for hundreds of thousands of students. We spoke to one student who has recently graduated and is now living on his own.
I made it out with a relatively small amount of debt, all things considered, and the part of the changes that have been put in place about the postponements have been very helpful for me because I haven't been making enough money. I kind of just went out into the nothing that is applying for jobs. The last 2-3 months have been cobbling together stability out of a lot of nothing, and that's been hard. I was able to submit a monthly how much I made in a particular month, and they gave me a year pushing back before they'll start taking payments for my OSAP again.
Moving forward, Smith hopes to secure a more reliable income source.
And I feel like I'm going into having something more stable with, because I'm just in the process of getting a job at Medieval Times as a squire, which will be much closer to full-time hours and be a normal schedule. Establishing some stability, budgeting, and planning for that money to come out. And, eventually it'll be done in probably a couple of years.
Looking ahead to the next year, some students may now be eligible for free tuition. Mature students who are starting school in September 2017 may be able to receive enough grants to make their tuition free based on factors such as parental income and dependence. I'm Jake Kletchy, reporting for skedline.com.